Kia ora. In this video, I am going to talk a little bit more about my why in many parts of my life. But first of all, I was just watching Simon's video on getting to know the why behind everything. And it did make me critically reflect a little bit more, because I did agree with him. We always are trying to problem solve by using, how can we do it and what can we do to solve it, but not really diving deep into the why. So I thought that was quite interesting. And then thinking about with this module on the why behind becoming a teacher, becoming an RTLB, the why behind what I do in my everyday life was quite, it was quite interesting for me to just reflect. So basically, when I was thinking about the why of becoming a teacher and then ultimately becoming an RTLB, I think the why behind it is probably because my mum is a teacher. My dad is a boat builder, but he is severely dyslexic, and he had the mindset that, to be quite honest with you, that women go to university and that is what they do. Men can go and do a trade, but women don't really do that. So when I was thinking about leaving school, it was sort of like, which direction do I go in? And then teaching just felt like the natural progression. So that is how I became a teacher. And then over my years of teaching and working in early childhood and working in primary, I found that my passion was play-based learning, and that is simply because I believe that all children learn through play, and it is an effective way to get children to learn without the pressures of sitting down doing literacy and numeracy. And I think that also comes from the fact that my brother and my dad are severely dyslexic, and watching my brother struggle at high school was really hard to see. And then also my dad getting really struggling at school and having quite a negative perception of school was the why behind probably becoming an RTLB, to be honest with you. I wanted to be able to help more children that are in a system that I feel is sometimes not rightly equipped for them, or is not the right way to teach them. And that's why being an RTLB for me has become such a honor, to be honest, because you can help children and inform teachers' practice. You can work alongside the teachers to kind of just educate and support the children to just be themselves and allow them to learn in the ways that they want to learn. And I think we're getting so much better in this day and age with that. I mean, I know even when I was at school, that just wasn't how it was. So I think that's also the why behind what I do. And I always think about, when I'm working with children, what is going to give them the least amount of stress? How am I going to support them better? And I always think about my brother, and if he had been given more of that support at high school, then maybe it would have been a bit smoother sailing for him. So yeah, I think the why behind it is because the why behind becoming an RTLB is because I really want to be able to support more than like a classroom of children, and even be able to support, and also to be able to support like teachers, like doing IYT and going and seeing when you go into a class and you work alongside teachers and then you see progress. It's just really exciting. And then the why behind studying now would be that I think at my age now, like I don't have any children yet, and it then means that I have the time without the pressure of looking after children to be able to study. I think for me, like my non-negotiables with work and with study is that I'm not going to be doing study on the weekends. I'm not going to work on the weekends. Those you know, that time is for like being with my friends, being with my partner, being with my family. And I'm quite like solid on that. Like I said in my get to know me video, I love going away, I love going camping, I love going fishing, I love cooking, I love like exploring. So for me, like, that's just something that a non-negotiable that I wouldn't give up. Especially, you know, working all week, I feel like it's so important to spend time with the people that you love on the weekend, and to like reset, and to for your mental health as well. So that's sort of a non-negotiable for me. And also working like late. That's why I really am like passionate and solid about, you know, really planning out my days at work, planning out the study days, so that I can get everything done within that time frame, so that I'm not stressed out on the weekend thinking about it, and I'm like just really, you know, resetting and feeling refreshed on the weekend. Just trying to think what else I could talk about. I think also what drives me personally is to always just trying to always be a good human, to be honest with you. I think about when I'm all the time when I'm working or when I'm with people is the 4 agreement. So be impeccable with your word, don't make assumptions, those kind of things. So I'm always trying to think about that to get me through, you know, uncomfortable situations, or just generally life in general. So yeah, a big reason why for me being an RTLB is, like I said, because I'm passionate about play-based learning and finding ways to support children that is not sometimes conventional, and that stems from the family history of dyslexia, and just seeing how much my dad and my brother have struggled even in life with dyslexia. But obviously they're successful now. My dad's a boat builder, my brother's a builder. They're really good at, you know, the hands-on crafts, and so that's my why behind, you know, I actually think about them, and I think about when I'm working with children who are similar, how can I support them in a classroom environment where there's not always that freedom to just be outside. Like if I had it my way, all children could go to forest school, or, you know, those kind of things. So yeah, that's a little bit about my why behind why I became an RTLB, and just me personally. Thank you. See you later.